What's up, guys, and welcome back to Versus. Today, we're in the apocalypse. It's a Cyborg versus as we pit Cyborg against American Cyborg Steel Warrior. Today, it's just the two of us. Brandon in our last Versus was talking about how he's not the biggest apocalypse fan, and as he's talking about this, I'm going, well, he's really not going to like what we talk about next.
No, and that's kind of odd seeing how he's a big Terminator guy.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah, well, he won't get any input in on this one. This is pitting two of Canon's, I wouldn't say final movies. They were around for a while there toward the end of the 80s and into the 90s, but Cyborg was one of their last movies to make a fair bit of money, I think, on a budget of $500K, brought home $10 million. Yep. Directed by Albert Pune, who you might know from the Nemesis movies, if you've ever seen any of those. And it came out April 7th, 1989. American Cyborg Steel Warrior. I still can't get over that title. It came out January 7th, 1994, directed by Boaz Davidson. We don't have a budget for it. We don't know how much this movie cost, but it brought home just under $450K. There's your stats for this one.
Not too hot.
Yeah, and it was one of the last Canon movies. They had a few there toward the end, but this is one of the last to get a theatrical release, I do believe.
I couldn't imagine going and watching this in theater.
All right, so as per usual, we've got 5 categories today. With just 2 of us, I've got a tiebreaker because I imagine surely we're going to tie on at least one of these. So, of course, Cyborg, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'll go over the plots just real briefly. You've got this android named Pearl, and she's trying to deliver this information to Atlanta, and she runs into this slinger named Gibson. And I love how just about everybody in this movie is named after a musical instrument. Gibson and Fender and Pearl, and he's going to take her there. And you've got Fender trying to abduct her and get in the way so he can have all the power. In American Cyborg Steel Warrior, you've got this character named Mary. She has this fetus. It's wild, man. in this test tube. And they're trying to get to the other side of the
silliest
city.
Damn thing.
And they're trying to
stop chuckling at it.
Yeah, they're trying to get to the other side of the city because I guess over in Europe it's safer. Human beings are going extinct in this land that they're in, and things are different over there, they think. So her and this crew go, and of course there's this Terminator who's never really given a name, who comes in and just kills them all, and would have got her too if it wasn't for Austin in this movie, who's got a secret of his own, which I'm sure we'll talk about later on.
The only thing he's ever called is a killing machine.
Yeah.
That's what Austin called it. He's a killing machine, a new model. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, they're not too worried about it in these movies, especially during the dying days of Canon. So we'll get into story. What did you pick for story?
Well, I went with American Cyborg.
Well, that's fine. I did too.
And again, it kind of just edged it out there because the stories are kind of similar. The human race is hanging in the balance.
Trying to get them from point A to point B.
Just right. But just the crazy baby situation, it did it for me. Like, I'm sold. Like, this thing's floating around in there, like, opening its eyes.
It looks like something out of a cool video or something.
Yeah.
Story-wise, we'll get into spoilers here, so if you haven't seen these, please go watch them if you're into these kind of movies. Otherwise, I'd probably avoid them. Story-wise, there's a little bit more going on. You've got this tube baby that she has so she can, do action scenes. I think that's the whole reason it was there. And then, spoilers, but it turns out Austin is also a cyborg. And I felt like there's a little bit more going on to the story than there was in Cyborg, where it's mainly him getting Pearl to Atlanta from where were they? Charleston or somewhere. Both these movies were in Charleston.
Yeah, both on the East Coast. So
yeah, and so you get more story in flashback with Van Damme, where it goes back to his previous life and when he had dealt with Fender before. And I felt like American Cyborg had just a little bit more to it. And that's not much.
Right.
So there's a point to American Cyborg Steel Warrior. We're going to setting now. What did you choose for setting in this one? Because I'm kind of torn.
I was torn also, but I did go Cyborg with setting. Well, American Cyborg, to me, up until the very end, it kind of felt like it was the same setting.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was just watching the same setting the whole entire movie, which it wasn't bad. You know, it was post-apocalyptic and it was
just
cool.
ruins.
I just felt like Cyborg had just a little bit more scenery to it.
Yeah, there's some real pretty scenes of the waterway and everything when he's getting ready to get on that ship to Atlanta whenever Fender kills all those guys. And it was a much prettier movie.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the setting for American Cyborg. It wasn't bad. So
No, it wasn't.
So that gets us on to what might be the most comical category in this versus. Going on to acting. Oh. And man, what do you take in a early Van Damme movie or a Canon film where it sounds like they're taking line readings off the side of the stage? You know,
Yeah.
The
acting in both of these is not good.
No.
And it's not Van Damme's best by no means. But I did go with Cyborg just because in American Cyborg, like you put it, it literally felt like they was looking past the screen and reading
off
their
a cue
lines
card.
off a cue card. Yeah, I mean, some parts of it were so bad.
Yeah.
And Mary had some of the worst. Like,
there's some pretty rough dialogue in the beginning there where they're getting ready to go off on their journey, and the doctor especially. I was just laughing the whole time where he was talking about, you know, what she's going to do.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, some of her line delivery was rough.
Yeah. And when she's getting to know Austin and they're, you know, starting to have feelings for each other, it got pretty rough there too, you know, with back and forth. In my notes, it reads, both are not great, but Cyborg's going to edge this one out.
Yeah, they were super hammy in Cyborg, but at least they felt like they had acted in a few movies before. So that takes us to action. And this is the category I think we're going to have to discuss the most because there's quite a bit of action in both of these movies. This is what you watch an apocalyptic cyborg movie for.
Yes, 100%.
In Cyborg, it seems to me like it's more hand-to-hand. They didn't have actual firearms. I texted you one night and said I saw him putting in a CO2 cartridge in his gun, which I thought was kind of cool. But I thought that was pretty comical. And then, you know, most of the time it's just hand-to-hand because they don't have a whole lot. It's just fisticuffs. Except for that one scene that I love, and I'll try to find a picture of it to put up here. That scene where they're down in the sewer and he does the splits above the guy's head. It looked like it was drawn up on a storyboard or something, and it was right. They carried it out to perfection. I thought that was a great action scene right there. On the other side, on American Cyborg, there's a whole lot more gunplay, and I thought that was wild. You had a little bit to say about that, though, didn't you?
I did.
About as far as the proficiency of the cyborg.
Yeah, the android assassin, that's what he's billed at, you know, in the cast. I mean, when he shoots, man, this dude is on the money. Like, nobody can escape it. He's killing everyone, except for when he's shooting at Mary. Like, he just cannot seem. She's like a ninja. He evading all the bullets. It's mind-blowing. And I swear he shoots 500 rounds at her throughout the movie and never hit her one time.
Not once.
So, not once. And I'm talking like he's not that far away from her.
Right.
And he just can't seem to hit her.
I hadn't really noticed that until you pointed it out, that he was just so lousy at shooting at her. I don't know what it was. I did like the gunplay in this movie that was missing in Cyborg. and it did have quite a bit of hand to hand, like when he takes out the tranny gang who's trying to assault Mary.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Or there's a scene there's like these,
WTF.
there's a scene where there's these mutant cannibals who go after her and try to get her and the baby. And that's all hand to hand. And I think just because there's a better variety of fights, I think I'm going American Cyborg in this one. What do you got?
Before I pick, I'm gonna touch on the tranny. Yeah. So the first guy gets a knife to the back of the skull.
Yeah.
Right? Dead. And then he doesn't kill any of the other guys. Like, he just proceeds to have a martial arts fight with all of them. It felt off. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you're stabbing the first guy in the head. Like, I figured, like, I mean, why not kill the rest of them?
Right.
But I went American Cyborg, and the reason is because, like, the pacing in this movie, it doesn't stop.
No.
You know, you got about 10 to 15 minutes in where the scientists kind of explaining everything, and dude, once the assassin shows up, I mean, this movie goes all the way to the end.
Like a Terminator movie.
Like it is a true action movie. I mean,
yeah.
And yeah, it's corny as hell, but if you like action, I mean, this is a good one to watch because I mean, it don't stop.
Yeah.
Like, and I really enjoyed that. I was actually surprised by it. Like, we had a very long day yesterday moving my son. It was very hot.
The last thing you wanted to do was watch American
night.
Cyborg.
Right. And I put this movie on, and like, I mean, I was sucked right into it. Like,
yeah,
I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it had me hooked, as corny as it was.
Yeah, it's corny, but it's still a fun movie for 90 minutes.
Yes.
And that gets us into our last category, unless we tie. And I do have a tiebreaker if we do tie. We're going best villain. You've got Fender and his gang in Cyborg. And then for villains, you've basically got the robot assassin and, you know, the trainee gang and just various bad guys throughout. I'm going to go ahead and go Cyborg on this one. Fender, I actually see, I mean, the other guy seems like a big threat, but Fender's actually a somewhat decent written character, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm going Fender as well. I just felt, I mean, there's more dialogue.
Yeah.
I know you don't get that. I mean, dialogue doesn't come with an android assassin. You know, Arnold, there was no dialogue with Arnold hardly at all in Terminator, and that's one of the greatest movies ever made. Fender and his gang, with the more dialogue there. Yes, they did.
Yeah, so that's going to give the win to Cyborg over American Cyborg Steel Warrior in this one. So we got our answer there as far as that goes. But I will say, don't sleep on American Cyborg. Like we said, it's cheesy, but it's super fun if you get a chance to watch it.
It is. Honestly, guys, if I'm going to sit down and watch one of them, I'm probably going to watch American Cyborg.
Yeah.
Over Cyborg.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I actually really did enjoy it.
I enjoyed it enough. We watched it. It was on the only place you can find it streaming on this site called BitChute, which spells just like it sounds. I actually went on Fandango and bought like a DVD quality copy for $10, so I could watch it, you know, on my big screen TV because I enjoyed it enough that first time. Yeah, I'm a sucker.
Yeah, I watched it on my phone.
Yeah. We had one category left. If we were gonna need it, it was score. You got anything to say about the score before we go?
Man, I'm gonna give the score to American Cyborg.
Me too.
The that little Western jingle.
Oh, with the harmonica
throw in. Yeah. Like he was walking out of a saloon or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like one of them old West spaghetti westerns, but Yeah, I'm gonna go with American Cyborg on that.
Yeah, I am too. I both liked and disliked the score to Cyborg. There are parts of it I liked, but then there are other parts where it's just like, you just ruined all the good parts you did before. And then in American Cyborg Steel Warrior, I liked it because the bad guy had a part when he came on screen, and the good guy also had like a heroic theme when he would come on screen. And so that was a pretty good, parallel. And I liked when Austin would come on, there was almost like a Terminator style with strings and that driving beat, but then they would occasionally throw in that harmonica you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are both fun, guys. If you want to check them out, like I said, American Cyborg is on BitChute for now. That's all we can find it on. Cyborg's on Tubi, so check those out. I'd recommend them both. You got anything to say in closing, Kenny?
Nope. Check them out. Like you said, don't sleep on that American Cyborg. If you like late 80s, early 90s action, it's money.
Yeah, it's fun. I think next time we're all going to get back together with Brandon. We're doing Kindergarten Cop and Twins, so be on the lookout for that. Until next time, guys, we'll see you down the line on the next Versus.